Welcome to the DeFi standard. This is Patty XRP, and today we are going to have a how-to video on how to transfer the SGB token from Ledger Live, or rather a Ledger device, over to the Bifrost wallet. You could also do this for the Decent wallet or send it to a Metamask wallet as well. Unfortunately, at this point, we do not have a Ledger Live application for the Songbird tokens. Therefore, there's only one available in developer mode that installs on the actual Ledger firmware, which is the actual device that stores your private keys. And we're going to go through the process on how to connect to MetaMask in order to send your tokens to Bifrost Wallet off of that. So the first thing you're going to need to do is install MetaMask, which is at metamask.io. You can click download now and go through that process. Make sure you write down your seed phrase somewhere privately if you set up a new wallet. Also, additionally, you're going to want to have Ledger Live be the most up-to-date version, and you'll want your Ledger firmware to also be up-to-date as well. Most people can do that from the actual Ledger Live application on your desktop, but I'll link in the latest download on their website as well, along with the MetaMask website link. From there, once you install MetaMask, you'll see and this is something with MetaMask you probably will want to use on Google Chrome. I think Brave may be the next best browser to use with it. Google Chrome has given me the least amount of issues. So once it's downloaded up here, it'll be in this extension section of your Google Chrome browser. And there's a little puzzle piece here that if it's not showing up at the top, you can come down here and see everything you've installed at this point. And you can click the pin to either remove it or add it back. All right, cutting into the middle of the video here because I left out an important part that you guys probably would have got confused on if I didn't add it in. So here you can see I've connected my Ledger device to my computer. So it's asking for me to allow Ledger Manager on your device. This is down on this little Manager tab right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And that should work once that starts loading. And this is how you're actually going to get the Songbird application on your Ledger device. It won't appear in Ledger Live. That's because it's in developer mode only. So with that, you have to go to settings, that cog in the top right, experimental features, and right here, developer mode. Make sure that's turned on. And then with that, we can go back to manager. And this is going to require that you have enough storage space on your device. So it's possible you may need to uninstall one of your current applications. So luckily, this Songbird one's really small in size, 2 kilobytes compared to like Ethereum 50, XRP 34. And then with that, they have a little search app in catalog here. And I can search Songbird. I already have it installed, but you can just click install here. It'll ask you to confirm on your device. You'll want to do that. And then it will install your Songbird device on to your Ledger Nano hardware, which will let you do the rest of this video. So hope you guys enjoy. So with that, we can see I have the little fox up here that means MetaMask. And from there, I can click on it and it'll show you some information about my wallet. So going further into this, we're going to want to go to settings once I kind of get the MetaMask browser extension installed. And from there, we'll click on advanced and scroll to the bottom where it says use Ledger Live. You're going to need to turn that on in order to connect to your Ledger device. And then additionally from there, we're going to have another step where we have to add the Songbird blockchain information. So with that, we can exit out of here, go back to this, and let's see. Oh, we're going to click up here where it says Ethereum mainnet, and you're going to go to custom RPC. It'll give you a screen like this. So I'll show you what that ends up looking like with Songbird, which I've already set up. So this is kind of the information that you're going to put in there so that you can see what it looks like. I'll link instructions on where to get this information from. And so you can follow along with that and put it in. They have some information on the Flare Network documents pages. So that'll be linked in the description as well. So people can easily get access to that. And then once it's, on the device and I have a connection with the Songbird network, I'm going to want to switch this one over to Songbird. Cool. And this will be reading off the Songbird blockchain. So furthermore, after we do that, we're going to want to say connect to hardware wallet. And once we press this, it'll open a new web page. And from there, I'm going to click Ledger. And then it's going to say, make sure you have the Ledger app downloaded and then plug in your Ledger. So connect your wallet directly to your computer, unlock your Ledger, and then open the Ethereum app. And we're going to hit continue. So I'm going to open the Ethereum app quickly on my Ledger device and hit continue. It'll take me back to Ledger Live where it says open device bridge. So I'm going to hit open here. I already have my Ethereum application open. I was running into issues earlier where I was trying to open this bridge prior to opening the Ethereum application on my actual Ledger device. So make sure you open the Ethereum app prior to trying to connect this bridge. So we can see that we got a check here. Everything's good. I can hit disconnect when I'm done. Now, going further, it's going to ask me, here are some accounts that I want to connect. This top one is the one that has my Songbird tokens in it. So let's hit next. And then it's going to look for my Ledger device. We'll see how long this takes. Yeah, it's asking me for more information. Oh, okay. I know why. So since I'd already connected it before, the last page had the check mark. It's already grayed in, so I'm good to go. If you want to, if this is the first time you're doing it, you would just click another one and hit unlock, and then it would connect it for you. And it will take you to a new page so you can access your tokens. And yeah, so that'll be that part. And from there, I can go back to my Ledger device, which is now popping up. I'm connected to the Songbird network. This is my Ethereum address that I use for the message key claim, and it shows my Songbird tokens here. So if I want to send some of those, I copied my Songbird address from the Bifrost wallet. And at the end of this video, I'll explain how to get the Bifrost wallet set up and all that stuff. So I'll tag that onto the end of this. But, to finish up this section, I just typed in the wallet right there. I copy and pasted it. No conversion rate available. So this is kind of the gas fees. I'm going to leave those alone for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send 20 Songbird tokens as a test. Hit next. So it says that my fee is going to be 0.004725 Songbird tokens as gas. So crazy cheap for any of you guys have used like Ethereum before with gas fees. Like that's insanely low. So that's good to see. And we're going to hit confirm. And it's going to prompt me on my Ledger device to basically say this transaction is good to go. So I'll click through all those things. And at the end of it, it says accept and send. I'm going to hit that. And cool. It's pending right now. Let's see what happens there. Cool. So it's sent, and I'm going to take a look at my phone real quick just to make sure it's now in my Bifrost wallet. Cool. And we are good to go there. So I'm going to add a little thing on setting up the Bifrost wallet to the end of this and record a video on my phone and pull it up. So tune in for that part. All right, so for the final part of this video, we're going to run through how you get the Bifrost wallet real quick and then pull the Songbird address from it so that you can send to it. So let's get going here. If you're on the iPhone, you'll go to the App Store or Google Play Store. If you're on Android, type in Bifrost Wallet. For me, one thing on this beginning part right here. So I had been participating in the beta, and in order to update the Bifrost wallet to the newest version, all it said get here when I first did that. And that basically transferred everything that was sitting on the beta application to the official release. So I didn't have to put in any seed phrases or anything like that from when I had previously set up a Bifrost wallet. Now it says open. That's just because I already got it and added it in. If you hadn't, installed the beta application, you'll have to install the new one here as well. You can just type in Bifrost Wallet. That's what it looks like, what you can see on the screen. From there, let's say you haven't gotten the Bifrost wallet yet. When you open it, you'll have two options. And one is going to be to create a new wallet. They'll give you a seed phrase. Make sure you record that offline, write it down on a piece of paper or whatever you think is going to be safe. Normally, I suggest storing it in multiple places if you can, because, let's say something happens, or let's say you live near family and you keep one at your house and possibly a fire happens and it gets burned and it's gone. And then you lose your phone and you can't get into that wallet. Well, maybe you kept it, with your parents or like your child or, brother or sister, whatever you're going to do, a best friend that isn't going to take advantage of you. Sometimes that's a good way to do it with somebody that you can trust, or, you could use like a lockbox at a bank account, whatever. I mean, you could just have one seed phrase stored somewhere. I know people use like, metal that can't be burned and stuff to etch it in if you want to go that route. There's a ton of different options, but do whatever works for you in that regard. Just wanted to throw some things out there. And then if you want to import your address here, there'll be another option that says like, I already have a wallet, and you can put a seed phrase in, and that will basically, whatever addresses that were associated with that seed phrase you're importing, you will now be able to access any of those that are supported by the Bifrost wallet. So that would be like XRP, Songbird, Ethereum, and then a whole host of other ERC20 tokens as well. And you can set up Face ID, biometrics with a thumbprint, a PIN code, that kind of stuff as well. And so kind of to go through this further, you can see I have 20 Songbird here. So that transaction we did worked out. There's no price because it's not trading. But if you go back, and let me not get too ahead, you can see, and we're on the far left at the bottom. There's like, 5 different things you can choose from. And then you're going to hit this little arrow button, and that gives you the option to send, receive, and connect. I hit receive. Songbird was right at the top. And it gives me the address, and that's what I sent to. And I went ahead and sent other tokens there as well to see if it was working, and everything was good to go. So that's looking good. And then I guess just some final things of note. If you're sending assets from Ledger using MetaMask, on my actual Ledger device, it was referring to it as Ethereum, but that's just because you're going through the Ethereum application on your Ledger device. Songbird uses the EVM and stuff like that. As long as what you saw on your computer, like what I had, said SGB when you're sending it, you should be good to go. You can stick with the gas fees that are already predetermined for you. And it was really cheap. It did not cost much at all. Pretty much have all of my Songbird still after that transfer. So that's good to see. And the Bifrost wallet's loading a little slow for me. So like if you don't see your assets immediately when you send them, you can always go to the Songbird Block Explorer, and I'll link that also in the description as well with all the other stuff. If you put your address in there, either the sending or receiving one, you'll be able to see if the tokens made it there or not. So just give the app a little bit of time, to load and stuff like that. But I can now see all my assets and everything's good to go. I'm just going to, a caution when you're doing this stuff, don't go too fast. If you have questions, find somebody you can reach out to, leave some comments leave some comments below, and I'll see if I can help out from there if I can. And, just don't get ahead of yourself. Be patient. Make sure you're checking which address you're sending to, do a test transaction at first and all that stuff. So, you don't lose like a ton of Songbird tokens by user error. And as you can see, that whole process we did with MetaMask is a little complicated. You may run into some issues. There's FAQs online and stuff like that you can look up with MetaMask and Ledger on how to connect if you run into issues. Don't go falling for MetaMask. Has tons of scammers on Twitter and stuff that are always trying to reach out. Don't trust those people. I've seen them under any comment section or thread on Twitter that I say anything about MetaMask, like 10 of them pop up. They look like real people, but trying to get you to put stuff in a Google form. Don't give any of your information away. Just be really careful with that. But otherwise, we'll have more videos as this stuff goes. I saw that you can you can either connect to, apps or decentralized applications via the Songbird network on Bifrost currently. Also, you can do it with Ethereum too, which is cool. I connected to Sushi Swap actually, and checked that out. So I didn't do anything on it. I was just seeing how it worked. And then additionally, I guess the last point would be, there are some wrap and delegate features. I don't think I'm going to do those today. I need to look through and see if Bifrost has really put much out about this already. Kind of had a busy day, so haven't seen what they put out in regard to the wallet so far. But that's how you can send them over. There's not a rush to do this. You could, you don't have to do it today. You could wait. And also, I guess there's a possibility Ledger comes out with a application for Songbird on the Ledger Live, which would make it much easier. But from what I've been able to discern, it seems like it's not the most likely thing to happen by the 27th. So if you want to get prepared for that, you can do it, over the course of this week and get them to your Bifrost wallet or your Decent wallet if you're using it. You could send it to a Metamask address as well if you want to. And just to reiterate that whole process we went through, all you're doing is using the MetaMask front end to access the Songbird tokens so you can send them. That's because the way Ledger works is they have to build all this stuff out on their application for you to be able to send it. So, if it's a coin that they don't particularly care about at the moment, then they're not going to build that out. And this also shows you that every time, you want to do something on the Songbird network, if you're going to be a participant, and this goes the same, it may not go for Flare as much, but on Songbird as of now, you're going to have to go through that whole process with connecting to MetaMask every time you want to do a transaction or take some kind of action with your tokens. So just realize that if you're going to keep them there. But otherwise, hopefully this was helpful to some people. And yeah, looking forward as this stuff keeps rolling out, it's going to get really exciting. So I'm Patty XRP, and this is the DeFi Standard, and I am out.